from deckbuilder.com here with match number 1 with our updated list of the red-green aggro. This is going to be a keepable hand. I don't like the 4th land here, but we do have the Boon Satyr and Fanatic draw. And actually we can go Fanatic into Boon Satyr if we are going up against a deck that plays a little less removal. And Fanatic is really good with Trample here with the flashed on Boon Satyr. So I'm actually liking this hand a lot, especially if this is going to be control. I think this is a perfect hand. What we want to draw into is, well, basically anything here is fine. Yep, Crater's Claw is what I was going to say is going to be a perfect finisher in this scenario. So, like, you could have like a Bile Blight, which could give us a bit of an issue, but I think that we are going to go the Fanatic of Xenagos next turn, depending on what he plays here. I don't know if it's really much of it depending on anything. I think that I just slam the Fanatic of Xenagos. And that's another perfect draw. I could actually go end a turn Boon Satyr and then go Shaman, but I still think this is the right play. This is a nightmare for control when you see a Fanatic. He's got to have a Bile Blight here. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. I don't think there's anything else besides an ultimate. No, an ultimate price can't do it, so it's just a Bile Blight in his hand. If he decides not to tribute it, he's going to be taking 4 here. If he decides to tribute it, then that probably means he has a Hero's Downfall, but then he's going to have to be proactive again with his removal. And the good thing about this hand is I can just continue to progress the board, progress the board, progress the board. And one of these is going to get through. So, again, might be a Bile Blight here. He can respond to this trigger. Okay. Well, that just is unfortunate. Now, I'm wishing I would have held the Boon Satyr, but it's fine. We can hold up Boon Satyr and play a Temple next turn. Or if he taps out for whatever reason, I could see slamming just a Shaman here. So, yep, this is going to be just black-blue control. No point running in anything. I'll just Temple. And put that on bottom, and end a turn we will Boon Satyr. That way, if he's got any sort of counter magic, he's going to have to use it on the Boon Satyr, and then hopefully we just get a free reign with the Shaman, which is going to be wonderful. This is exactly the matchup I want to see, is a black-blue control. I think this is a little bit easier than white-blue control or a third color control type deck. So he still doesn't have the double blue either for a dissolve. So this shouldn't be countered. No Silumgar, Scorn, or Dissolve. Or what's the other? Nullify is also double blue. And of course you can Bile Blight it. Foul Tongue Invocation is additional. Target player sacks creature if you're a dragon. Okay. So this is actually awesome because we can just kill the Mystic. And he didn't reveal anything. Yeah, this can be great here because both these are going to be able to get through the Drown in Sorrow now. We can just play the Forest and the Shaman. Yeah, we're in great shape. He's going to take 8. He's going to go down to a 13. And both of our guys are going to get pumped up beyond the Drown in Sorrow range. But we could just be running right into a board wipe with the Crux of Fate. So we'll go to the combat phase, attacking with both these dudes. Still in the Bile Blight range, but it's Crux we're worried about. If he's got a Crux, then we're in a bit of an issue. We have ways to draw out of this. He doesn't have a Crux. He just plain misses it. So I could Surrak and just go crazy here and go for the win, which I actually think I will. So we'll Surrak. Not in our draw phase. That would be bad. Go to our main phase and do that. And this way he's got to respond. Okay, so he just scoops. So he had nothing. No Hero's Downfall, nothing. So here you want as much card draw as possible. The Outpost Sieges, the Xenagoses, the Shamanic Revelations are iffy. I do like the Hero's Blade in this one, but the thing is we're actually taking out like all of our legendary guys. We can bring out the Harbinger as well. It doesn't do much of anything. So I think the Hero's Blade comes out, and I think we do go either one or two of the Revelations. And we can go for a Yasova out. Yeah, Yasova's just bad in this instance. And maybe we just keep in a Hero's Blade because a Hero's Blade can be attached to anything. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So I'll submit this. These control matchups, if they keep getting more prevalent, I think the line of play is to maybe up the count in Rattleclaw Mystics and Death Mist Raptors, or Den Protectors. As then, if you can go kind of a morph strategy, the Death Mist Raptor is the biggest pain for control decks to deal with. They just keep coming back and back and back and back as Death Touchers. Unfortunately for us, this is going to be a mulligan. If I had an elf, I would consider keeping it, but we are a couple turns away from doing anything. So I'm going to mulligan this. This is even worse. Mulligan this. This is still bad. I just want to see 2 lands. We will keep a 4-land hand. Unfortunately, this is life with Magic the Gathering. You get some of these. And our opponent is in great shape here. I need to draw into like an Outpost Siege as soon as possible. This is an okay card. I just think it's going to be countered. There's a Xenagos. That's nice. That's actually the perfect draw. Because if we can get a Xenagos to stick, Xenagos is very, very rough for his deck to deal with. There is a Surrak. That is fine. He still doesn't have double blue mana, so if he does not throw out a blue land here, I will go. Okay, yep, I'm definitely going for it, for the Xenagos. He could have a Hero's Downfall. Now a Mystic. That's never what you want to see, but pretty sure that this cannot be countered. Only negate is the way it would counter it. And even if the Hero's Downfalls, we get advantage out of it. We get a 2/2. So that is nice. Now it puts him in weird positions with his Foul Tongue Invocation, and his Crux of Fates don't really do as much as they would. He could go the Dragon. The one that taps down stuff. I'm trying to think what that one's called. The Blue Dragon. Yeah, Icefall Regent. There we go. There it is. Now I need to draw into Crater's Claw. But the good news is I can 100% resolve a Surrak here, or we can just can't quite Crater's Claw it, right? Because this we only had, see, it's 1, 2. Yeah, we can actually Crater's Claw it. So I think I will. I think it's better than resolving a Surrak. Wait, no, I can't because his spells cost 2 more. So I guess it is just Surrak here. Good news is we can give it Formidable, and now we can attack in. Unfortunately, Xenagos is probably going to bite the dust here, and if he's got a Crux, then he keeps his Icefall and can kill off the Xenagos. But, yeah, that's the only way I could see us getting around. The Icefall Regent, I forgot about the clause here about the spells that opponents cast cost 2 more to target it. Therefore, that is what is the reasoning we can't get the Crater's Claw to work on the Icefall. So, this is going to hurt. The Xenagos dies. And if I get Crux here, I might just plain lose. But remember, we did mulligan down to 4 with this hand. So, I mean, we could have put pressure. Yeah, that's just rough. That's very rough. All right, so this turn we can Mystic for sure. Or just, no, we don't want to do that. I was going to say we can Xenagos, but Xenagos does very little against an Icefall. I'm hoping that we can somehow draw out of this. See the Unwritten is very good. If we can actually get it to resolve. Wooded Foothill will actually do it, so I don't think we wait for anything. I think we just cast it. And if it gets countered, it gets countered. I mean, he's in very, 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 very good position with having an Icefall. We still need to resolve another thing with 4 toughness, and then a Crater's Claw can kill the Icefall. The Haven of the Spirit Dragon is pretty good because it'll allow him to get value later on to get back a dragon, which could be an Icefall. But again, this would be 3 more cards in our hand with the mulligans. I'm feeling really good for next game. And this is spells your opponents you cast, so I might actually think about putting in a... Well, Polukranos it would still cost a ton of mana to kill. But Yasova can actually gain control of it, if that's relevant. I don't know if it is or not. Oh, there's a Surrak. Could just be walking into another Crux. Or a Dissolve, or a Hero's Downfall. Yeah, ultimate price, that also works. And he's going to dig, I'm sure, at end of turn. So I'm sure he's going to go grab 2 more removal, or removal and a counter spell. This is not looking good for us. I don't believe there's much other options in our sideboard that we can put in here that would really be relevant. Polukranos is just such ultimate price food. Now I've got to try to kill this Icefall. But again, I'm not quite sure. Is this the right play to go Xenagos and make a dude and attack in, and then the Revelation can at least draw us 2 cards? But let's see. So I have to pay 2, and then I could actually try to kill off the Regent here. Because there's 2, 3, exactly. Yep. Let's bait out a counterspell. I don't know if baiting out's a good term here, because it's basically we have to have this land or otherwise we die. And he could actually just kill his land. I don't think he needs another land at this point just to get it back. But yep, Disdainful Stroke works as the converted mana cost of X goes up with each mana you put into it. So unless we can draw a Miracle card next turn, which could be another Crater's Claw. But it looks like he's digging again. Yeah, that's annoying. So I need to be as aggressive as possible in... So I'm thinking Yasova actually can come back in. And maybe the Revelations come out. As I'm not quite sure that we want to play the let's go mid-range strategy. Alright, so we need to draw a Crater's Claw. A Shaman won't do it. Alright, so we'll go on to the sideboard. And I'm thinking about Yasova, or even the Harbinger. It dodges, yeah, it dodges Crux, gives me something to actually do. And I'm going to take out a Revelation. I'm actually going to put one more Yasova in. We're just going to go as aggressive as possible here on the play. I want to see a Elvish Mystic into a 3-drop, and from there, as much aggro as possible. Alright, so here we go. This is okay. It's kind of awkward. It's very awkward, actually. It's slow, but it's got some things in it that Shaman and Xenagos are very good. So I'll just lead off here with a forest and pass the turn. And we need one more green source for the Boon Satyr, which is going to be very good as well. But I'm liking this hand. It's not what I wanted as far as the hyper aggression, but it's decent. Fanatic of Xenagos there was a very good draw, by the way. And now he can't counter it. He can't hold it and price it either. He can't even Bile Blight it, so we're in very good shape with the Fanatic. See what he decides to do here. Is there any removal I'm missing here? So yeah, he can't. Yeah, he couldn't. He can't hold the price. Now he can't Bile Blight at all. He can Hero's Downfall. But this is gonna. Did he just seriously scoop? Well, okay. He missed his land drop and then scooped because he doesn't think he can deal. Well, we would have drawn into a Xenagos the following turn. So this turn we would have been able to pop down a... Oh, this is still his turn. So we would have drawn into a Xenagos. We could have been able to pop down a Shaman, tacked in, got him huge. And yeah, he wouldn't have been able to keep up. But the scoop was very weird. Yeah, he needs a black or a blue. I understand that. But what? Next turn you draw into a Urborg, and then you can start killing stuff off. And I don't know. It'd be bad for him, but it's definitely not 100% a loss yet. He does not know what's in my hand. I could have all lands. But, anywho, we would have drawn in some great cards there. We'll go on to the next match. This has been Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.